What happens to your brain when you stop eating sugar? You go into a pastry shop, and the smell of freshly baked cakes hits you, and you start craving all the sweet delights. As humans, we crave sugar and everything sweet, from cakes, ice cream and everything in between. That is because sugar is brain food. Sugar releases brain chemicals, like serotonin, that make us feel good. But what happens to our brain if we stopped eating sugar altogether? First, we need to know sugar is not always bad. A balanced sugar intake, in general, does have its benefits. Eating food containing natural sugar provide energy for our muscles. It also keeps our body healthy and our metabolism stable. But a higher consumption of sugar has its bad side effects. Eating excess refined sugar is shown to affect the liver and the heart, increase food addiction and lead to fatness. Furthermore, some researchers believe that there is an indirect link between sugar and certain types of cancers. But quitting sugar altogether is not that easy, and can lead a person to experience multiple uncomfortable symptoms. Some people have reported experiencing headaches, fatigue, and mood swings. Scientists are still trying to figure out the reasons behind these negative effects. But it's most likely related to how our brain functions when the reward response is triggered. Table sugar, known as sucrose, activates the sweet taste receptors in mouth, which causes dopamine to release in the brain. Dopamine is a chemical that helps nerves in the brain to communicate, but is also a chemical that makes us feel pleasure and joy.
Sugar triggers the reward system in the brain, which in turn releases dopamine. So we are more likely to repeat any behavior that causes the dopamine to be released. Some experiments have found that intense sweetness can be even more rewarding than cocaine. Other experiments conducted on animals have found that sugar addiction could be very possible. They found that these animals experienced included eating too much, cravings, withdrawal anxiety and relapse. Scientists believe that same reward pathways in the brain are shared between animals and humans, most likely due to evolution. That's why physical and mental symptoms can be observed in the early stages of sugar withdrawal in humans. The symptoms include depression, anxiety, brain fog and dizziness. When sugar is completely cut out, a remarkable decrease in dopamine will cause many brain pathways to not function normally. This chemical imbalance in the brain is most likely the reason behind those unpleasant symptoms are reported by people who have cut out sugar from their diet. As far as triggering the reward system, dopamine also regulates the hormonal control, nausea, vomiting, and anxiety. Cutting out sugar from your diet is not always a healthy solution. That's why eating with self-control and adopting a healthy lifestyle is always the best course of action. Did you know that, a long time ago, when our ancestors searched around in the forest for food, the sweetness was an indication that food was safe to eat? What about you? Do you prefer sweet or salty food? Share your thoughts in the comment section.